Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel Tech Chat. Today I'm going to talk about a very important lesson. This is about domain names. So this is the second video of DNS video series. So guys, if you have not watched the first video, please go and watch the first video before watching this video because there is an order to understand DNS. So you have to go one video by one. So please have a look on first video, then come to this video. Okay. So what is a domain name? A domain name is the representation name of any company, person, club, government office over internet. So I'm talking about over the internet. So guys, I will say some examples. YouTube.com, Facebook.com, Twitter.com, and if I come to my company, TechChat.in, TechChat.edu, TechChat.net. So these are some examples for domain names. So you are familiar with youtube.com, facebook.com and twitter.com because you are usually use uh, these websites. If I say these websites, but remember that these are the examples for domain name. So we know YouTube is a company, so the domain name is going as youtube.com, and Facebook is the company name, so they have their representation as facebook.com. The Twitter is the company, so they have their domain name as twitter.com. And my company is TechChat, so then I can have below 3 domain names. Okay, let's go to the next page. Parts of a domain name. So when we come to domain name, we can see some parts of this. Let's have a look on an example. Facebook.com. So guys, please ignore the first capital letter. It should be simple letter. So sorry for that. So Facebook.com. Then I separate this domain name to two parts. The first part is .com. The another part is Facebook. The .com is the top level domain. We call it TLD. Okay, so remember that up the parts followed by dot we call top level domain. So if it can be .com, it can be .edu, it can be .net, it can be .au, it can be .uk. So there are so many top level domains. So we will talk about them later. So then come to the next part, Facebook. We call that second level domain SLD. So this is the company name. So as I explained before, a domain name is the representation name of any company, person, club, government, office, or internet. So if you come to facebook.com, the Facebook is the company name, but in domain name, when we talk about the domain name, we call that part as the second level domain. So .com is the top level domain. Okay. In the picture, you can see website.com. So .com is the top level domain and website is the second level domain. Okay, let's go to the next page. Now we are going to talk about the top level domains we call TLD. So if you see on my screen that you can see .net, .edu, .org.com. So these are the examples for top level domain. Okay, types of TLD, types of top level domains. So what are the types of top level domain? So if you see, you have used several websites. You have used facebook.com. If not, you have used youtube.com, but many of time you have seen the .com websites. But guys, remember that if you come to some websites, it represent their own country, like .au it's for Australia, and .in it's for India, and .uk it's for United Kingdom. So like that, you can see some other websites. So that's some types of top level domains. So now we are going to talk about types of top level domain. The first type is generic top level domain. We call GTLD. The country code top level domain CCTLD. Okay, guys, I will explain these two types briefly. Okay, let's go to the next page. Now we are going to talk about generic top level domain GTLD. So the first one is .com. These are .com is for commercial websites. You are familiar with .com. As I explained previously. So you have used facebook.com, you have used youtube.com, and you have used twitter.com. So top level domain is for the commercial website. So if you let's say you are going to start a company. So let's say my company is TechChat. I'm going to start a company with a domain name TechChat. So what should be my top level domain? I can decide it. I can purchase this domain from the domain name registers. So then I can have the domain name I wish. So let's say I need to have the techchat.com. So if anyone if anyone is not already using this techchat.com domain name, I can use it. I can buy it from domain name register. So then I will pay for them for 1 year. So then I can purchase techchat.com for me. But remember that for that anyone in the world should not use that techchat.com domain name at the moment. So if anyone has already used that, it does not let you to purchase techchat.com. So remember that one. Don't worry guys, I will teach you in future videos how to purchase your own domain. So we will have I will bring a video for that. So don't worry about. So remember that the first one of the generate top level domains is .com. So .com for commercial websites, .co for company, and also .org for organization, .net for networks, .edu for education, .gov for government, .info for information, .biz for business. So like that, we can have several generic top level domains. I think you are familiar with these generic top level domains. When you access some websites, you can see some many of them are .com. Some of has .co, .org, .net, .edu. So I think you are familiar with it. So remember that these are examples for generic top level domains. Remember that other generic top level domains are not like .com, which is open for anyone to register. Okay, so .com is open for anyone to register, but remember that edu is restricted for educational institutions and .gov is for government organization. So I will, as I mentioned earlier, I will bring a future video. So how to buy your own domain. So let's say I need to purchase techchat.com. So how can I do it? So I need to purchase techchat.edu. So I will bring a video. Don't worry guys, but remember that these are examples. Okay, now we are going to the second type of top level domains, country code top level domain, CCTLD. CCTLD are country specific domain extensions. You can use them if you want to market a certain country or local. So let's say you need to market your company within your country, not within your country, but let's say you need to specify your country. Okay, so then you can purchase a domain name for with a country code top level domain. Okay, so actually there are over 200 CCTLDs out there. Generally they contain 2 letters of the Latin alphabet such as .in for India, .au for Australia, .sg for Singapore, .uk for United Kingdom, .nz for New Zealand. Okay, so let's say I need to start so my company is in let's say my company is in India. So techchat.in. So it means that when someone see that, so here I identify that, okay, so this domain name is, so this is a company from India because he has registered this domain in India. But remember that anyone can access this over the internet. So don't worry guys about that. Okay, I will go to the next page. So now I'm talking about some subdomain. So we have talked about the domain name. A domain name has 2 parts. The top level domain like .com, .edu, .org, .au, .in, and the other part is the second level domain. So it's the company name normally. So okay, let's like Facebook, YouTube. So that's about domain name. Now we are going to talk about subdomain also. When your company needs to maintain separate website, a division within your company, you can define subdomains on your DNS server. Okay, don't worry guys about the DNS server configuration. So we will talk about them later. So let's say I have a separate website for my blogs. So then I can define the new website like blog.hubspot.com. Okay, so if you come to this has 3 parts, and here the first part we call as a subdomain. So blog.hubspot.com hubspot.com. So blog is the subdomain, HubSpot and .com is the parts of domain name. So you can see that on my screen. And also let's have a look on third row, education.techchat.com. So I have a separate website like techchat.com, but when I come to for the education purpose, I have to run the separate website. So then I put a DNS record with a subdomain education.techchat.com. So education is the subdomain part. So guys, don't worry, please don't worry about the DNS records. We will talk about them in future videos. But this is to I need to give you understand about the domain names. Let's have a look on URL. So why I'm talking about URL? Because you are familiar with URL. As I mentioned earlier, you are familiar with websites, youtube.com, facebook.com, but that's not the only thing that have on DNS. There are so many things. The email works with DNS and your protection is works with DNS. So don't worry, we will talk about them. So what is a URL? Uniform Resource Locator is a unique identifier used to locate a resource on the internet. And also we can say referred to as a web address. It's a web address. Okay. So parts of a URL. So let's come to this example. https blog.hubspot.com. So I talk about the three parts of here. I have talked about .com, HubSpot and blog. So here .com is the top level domain and HubSpot is the second level domain. So HubSpot.com is the domain name. So blog. Part is the subdomain. So I have talked about these three parts. So when I come to the right, left hand side, so you can see HTTPS colon and // So this we call HTTPS is hypertext transport protocol secure. So this is the secure protocol when we access websites. So we will talk about the protocol like HTTPs in future videos in my network video series. So don't worry about that. So remember that this is the protocol. If you come to HTTP, that is not secure. But you come to HTTPS, it's the secure HTTP. We call it secure HTTP, hypertext transmission protocol secure. So we have secure, so it uses SSL handshake. So we will talk about them in later. So don't worry about. So remember that when we come to a URL, we have these kind of parts. The first part is protocol HTTPS colon // and sometime we don't have a subdomain. Okay, let's come to have a look. If you come to some websites, we can't see a subdomain, but for some sites we can see. Example, HTTPS www.facebook.com. So www is the subdomain and Facebook is the second level domain and .com is the top level domain. So and when we come to right hand side, you can see and with / and what is a domain. So actually when you see a / in right hand side of the URL, it means it's a page. It's a page path. So when you have actually here you can see / what is a domain. So it means that there is a page for what is a domain. So then this URL directly go to that page. So that's mean by the / what is a domain. It's on the right hand side of the URL. So it gives the page path. Okay guys, this is about domain names. So video is completed. So I think you understood what is a domain name and what is a subdomain and what is a URL. So this is very important to understand if we are going to learn about DNS. So actually I'm covering this DNS with using step by step. So this is the second video. In next video I will talk about some DNS query types and I will talk about the DNS records, and then I will talk how to purchase your own domain, and I will how to purchase a domain you wish to have, and I will talk about also how to what is the DNS hierarchy. It is very important. So after that actually you have only configuration. So after 5-6 videos actually I can cover what is DNS and also DNS configuration. So guys, this actually you can't see this kind of video on internet in on YouTube. So but here I'm trying to give you my knowledge. I'm trying to share my knowledge. So if someone wish to have this as soon as possible, please contact me so I can teach you. So and also please comment on comment bar if you have any question, and please share these videos, and please subscribe my YouTube channel, follow Facebook me, follow my Facebook page, and also please share this video. Thank you very much for watching this video. I will come with the new video. Thank you very much.